Across India, one political force keeps growing. State after state, it expands, adapts, and wins. But there is one place the same formula keeps failing. Not once, twice, every single time. Nearly 88% of this state is Hindu. But still, the result never changes. The question is not why BJP loses in Tamil Nadu. The real question is what Tamil Nadu is doing differently. To understand this, we have to go back, not to the elections, not to the political parties, but to an idea that was built to question the power itself. An idea called Dravidam. While most of the India was trying to unite under one identity, Tamil Nadu asked a dangerous question. Who benefits from that identity? And also across many states, the language and regional movements did rise. In places like Karnataka, Maharashtra, West Bengal, the language and regional movements did exist, but they were still largely dominated by the Brahminical leadership. They functioned as a subset of Indian nationalism and often aligned with broader Hindu nationalist framework, not as a challenge to them. The identity changed, the language changed, but the structure remained. But Tamil Nadu completely took a different path. It was not just a regional identity, it was Dravidian Tamil nationalism, built completely against that structure. And one man turned that into a movement, Periyar E.V. Ramaswamy, through the self-respect movement. To understand what Dravidian movement changed, you have to understand what existed before. Before independence in the Madras presidency, the Brahmins, who were roughly about 3 to 5% population, completely dominated the system. In some cases, 60 to 70% of high-level government jobs were completely held by Brahmins. Even access to education was not neutral. Sanskrit was used as a barrier, not as a merit, to keep the large sections of the society out. That began to change with the Justice Party. Under the leaders like Panagal Raja, those barriers were removed. For the first time, the state itself became a tool against caste. But access alone was never going to be enough. By early 1900s, frustration was already building. Education, jobs, political power all seemed locked within a narrow structure. In 1916, that frustration found its organized voice, the non-Brahmin movement. It became the Justice Party, which pushed for representation and access. But representation wasn't enough. In 1925, Periyar took it further. Not just representation, not just access, he went after the system itself. From representation to self-respect to outright rejection of social hierarchy, Dravidar Kazhagam was born to question the power. But Periyar rejected the electoral politics entirely. He did not want to work with the system. He wanted to dismantle it entirely. Then came Dravida Munnetra Kazhagam, a split, not as a succession, founded by C.N. Annadurai, Anna as they call him, who took Periyar's ideas and turned them into government. And this is where the real impact begins. Dravidian politics did not just win elections. It was built on clear ideas. Self-respect, rationalism, social justice, women empowerment, state autonomy. These were not just slogans. They became policy. 69% reservation is not just representation, but redistribution of opportunity. For the first time, women gained equal rights in family property. Free bus travel for women, not charity, but recognition that women's mobility is a public right. Government school students gaining access to higher education, scholarships, pathways that did not exist before. And the numbers won't lie. Tamil Nadu's gross enrollment ratio in higher education is nearly 47%. National average, 28%. That gap is not luck. That gap is policy. That gap is Dravidian politics in numbers. That is why you see social mobility. That is why you see marginalized communities are visible in education, jobs, and in public life. Dravidian politics did not just change the government. It changed who gets to dream. And that is why many see Tamil Nadu as a model. Tamil Nadu is a proof that social justice and development can go together. This was not accidental, this was designed. But let's be clear, Dravidian politics, especially Dravidian electoral politics, is not perfect. Corruption allegations, dynasty politics, welfare versus long-term growth debates, these are real criticisms. But even the critics cannot deny one thing, the social foundation that the Dravidian model created. Now compare that with what Bharatiya Janata Party represents. A politics that is rooted in cultural unity, tradition and shared national identity. And that is exactly where the clash begins. In many places, culture protected through control, but in Tamil Nadu, culture survives through questioning. Your favorite food is forbidden in the name of religion. Language is imposed in the name of nationalism. One language, one religion, one country. That is where exactly Tamil Nadu started questioning. So when BJP enters Tamil Nadu, it is not entering a neutral ground. It is entering a state. It was built to resist hierarchy. Hierarchy in the name of caste, religion, even if it is in the name of God. Tamil Nadu won't allow it. Because what BJP is trying to build, Tamil Nadu already spent decades questioning. A politics based on hierarchy meets a society trained in self-respect. Reservation changed representation. Education changed access. Women stepped into public spaces. These are not politics, these are habits now. And that is why BJP is not just facing a political resistance, it is facing an ideological resistance. Because in Tamil Nadu, the battle was already fought even long before BJP arrived. Remember the question from the beginning, who benefits from that identity? Tamil Nadu has been asking this question for 100 years and still the one BJP hasn't answered. Today, a first generation college student sits in a classroom that was not built for his grandfather. A woman boards a bus without reaching for her wallet. These are not statistics, these are receipts. As long as hierarchy exists, resistance exists. Dravidian movement will exist. As long as someone say that they are born from the head, the ideas like Dravidam will remain more. You don't need to have to agree with Periyar, but you cannot ignore the system he fought. That is why Tamil Nadu doesn't just vote differently, it thinks differently.